What's up, YouTube family? So let's talk about the Capitol riots that happened 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Shit, I had to think of what fucking year it was. Time going by so fast, which is another thing, y'all, to talk about. But the Capitol riots that happened. Guess a bunch of angry white redneck Trump supporters. They went to raid the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. That was a bunch of bullshit. It was a fucking hoax. The whole thing was staged. Yes, there were people there. People were there protesting. And there were a few fools who climbed the wall and shit like that. But my man Young Pharaoh, shout out to Young Pharaoh, man. Right before I logged on here, I wanted to find a link because Young Pharaoh did a whole 3-hour lecture basically proving how the Capitol riots was staged. The whole thing was staged. It was a way to make it look like, look, these evil, crazy, terroristic Trump supporters, we got to stop them. It's a way for them to try to push martial law. The same thing that happened during Black Lives Matter. Yeah, there was a lot of dumbass niggas out there fucking burning down buildings and shit like that. Fucking burning trash cans. One of the motherfuckers got their arms blown off, and a lot of them wasn't even black. So yeah, you had some idiots, but the majority of black people wasn't out there protesting and shit like that. Motherfuckers wasn't out there breaking windows and shit like that. It's crazy, man. Motherfuckers be out here just like they'll watch the news. They'll see something on TV and they'll swear to God like this is real, this is happening. Young Pharaoh was the one. This is how I really got into Young Pharaoh. This is during the whole Black Lives Matter shit is when I really started learning about that brother. He made another lecture about the George Floyd and saying that was staged. He said, nigga, I'll be wiggling like a motherfucker. Pharaoh, I know you remember that, bro. I know you remember that. I'll be wiggling like a motherfucker. That was the funniest shit. Like, though it had like so many views, so many people open their eyes. Because, think about it. If the cop got their knee, man, you a big-ass black man. You got a motherfucker's knee on your neck and you're suffocating. Nigga, you gonna move. You gonna jiggle. You gonna jerk. You gonna be like, you're gonna resist. There was no resisting. So I think Derek Chauvin and George Floyd are two actors who were paid to pretend as if that shit happened. Just like with the Black Lives Matter riots, you had groups like Antifa. Listen, Antifa is a real group. George Soros is a real man. He's a JOO, and he's a very evil man who funds wars, funds terrorists. What he does is he creates chaos. He funds chaos. They destroy nations. They pick countries that they want to destroy. Not surprisingly, the USA has always been a target for other terrorist countries. It's everything, for many reasons that makes sense, but nonetheless, it's still terrorism. And my friends and family, the couple friends that I do got, and a few family members that I do fuck with, and my kids, they all live here. So, you know what I mean? We got to protect this country from any outside type of terrorism. Well, George Soros and the people who have infiltrated the Democratic Party and NATO, these are international terrorists. So what George Soros did with the Black Lives Matter shit, y'all, not to get off topic, but they caused chaos. They orchestrated all that shit. They systematically laid out bricks in front of, they organized this shit like this, y'all. They laid out bricks, skids with just powdered with bricks in front of buildings. And then they would pay these groups, Antifa, they would pay a group of people to go out there and start riots because they know that other motherfuckers is going to follow behind. So that's what a lot of that Black Lives Matter riots that y'all seen was really just a bunch of it was a bunch of shit staged, and then the mainstream media came with their cameras and filmed the shit, made it look like the whole world is just protesting about some nigga dying. Which, we get the rhetoric, like the not the rhetoric, the sentiment. Y'all, I can't stay straight right now. It's just been a stressful day at work, but what was I gonna say? Like, for instance, the Rodney King riots that happened back in Los Angeles. I can't remember exactly the year. I know it was sometime in the 90s. And when, that shit was real. Motherfuckers was really rioting and protesting like a motherfucker. I think the U.S. government realized just how powerful that was. So they did the same shit with the George Floyd. They tried to emulate that with the whole George Floyd thing. So what happened on January 6, 2021? The same fucking thing. It was the same exact thing. The same exact people, the same exact terroristic groups, and George Soros' old fat ugly fucking JOO ass, he funded all that shit. They made it look like, look, all the white people or all the Trump supporters are out there terrorizing. Listen, I know people personally who were there. And one of them was black. And they didn't run up in the fucking building. They probably would. Thank God they didn't. Because what happened was, I think, there's a video. My point of making this, y'all, young Pharaoh, he showed a clip where they opened up a door. I think I got a screen recording, y'all. If I do, I promise y'all I will post every screen recording I got. Because they took the video off. I tried to search the video. I couldn't find it. But I did find young Pharaoh got new videos. He got one where he's exposing Andrew Tate, or saying that Andrew Tate is guilty of trafficking. So that's interesting. I haven't got to watch the whole thing, but I've been watching some of it. He's talking about, all type of shit. So, look like Pharaoh's back in his space, Listen, y'all, this knowledge, this wisdom, learning about this shit, learning about the elites and all this New World Order shit, it will make you crazy. That's why if your mind's not sharp, if you're not meditating, if you're not eating right, working out and shit, you will lose your mind. You will end up like Ye. I mean, Ye's a very brilliant, beautiful man, but he did lose his fucking mind, dog. The man lost his mind in a lot of ways. Even though what he's saying, like, I like what he's saying, and I'm kind of like rocking with what he's saying, but at the same time, like, he be losing me sometime. And Pharaoh went through the same shit. Y'all, Pharaoh was like out of his mind for a while, almost this whole past year. Like, I wasn't even paying. I really just pray for the brother. And y'all know, like, I don't even really believe in prayer. So when I pray for somebody, it's serious. So, but he showed a clip where they were showing a guard. They were literally showing a police officer. He opened up the Capitol door and he started waving his hand, signaling for people to come in. And of course, naturally, y'all, how humans, how our minds work. We see a man of authority or a person with a badge of authority doing like this, we all start following. So it was a whole crowd of people running into the fucking Capitol. So yes, that did happen. But like the dude with the Viking hat, somebody got killed, y'all. It was a lady that actually got shot and killed. Now, even I'm starting to question if that was real. But the whole thing I'm trying to say, y'all, stop paying attention. Stop letting the media make you think certain ways. Stop letting the media control how you think. Stop letting the media create enemies for you. They're creating your enemies and your friends. They're telling you who to like and who not to like. Now this whole this Andrew Tate situation, this, y'all, mark my words, this is the most serious, most revolutionary thing that probably happened in a very, very long time. Because this man really is exposing the fucking matrix, and the way they're attacking him so much, it just proves that everything he's saying is true. And if we all follow that type of lifestyle, if every man would just become masculine and man the fuck up and be on their purpose, this whole matrix system would crumble. Because they want weak men. They need men to be weak and soft and emotional so they can control us. When we're disciplined and we're strong and militant and masculine, they can't control us. They can't control us. So, Pharaoh, man, I'm not calling you out, bro, but I want to say welcome back, man. I'm not here to dog you. Listen, bro, I'm not going to call you crazy or say I understand. People go through certain things. I seen your interview on No Jumper. And, I like that you cleared it up. All the shit that you preached about, you say you take credit for your work, this and that. But I really want to get really deep on this whole, this Andrew Tate thing. Because, you was the one that really opened my eyes, man, about a lot of shit. But you know what, y'all, we're not going to get on Tate right now. This is about January 6th because, y'all, today is January 6th. And this is the day that it happened. But what I'm trying to say, y'all, all this shit was staged. It was orchestrated. In order to get people, so they can create martial law. They did the Black Lives Matter so they could try to create martial law. That didn't work. They tried the COVID shit so they can create martial law. That didn't work. They tried the Capitol riots. Think about this, y'all. And you know what? This is some old Jesse Smollett type shit. How many people? And I'm gonna ask y'all a serious question to anybody that's watching this. You don't have to comment. You don't have to answer it, but just answer it in your mind. How many white people? Now, how many people, period, have you seen wear a MAGA hat? How many people have you actually seen with a MAGA hat on? Think about that. So for this motherfucker to say that a bunch of motherfuckers with MAGA hats came and beat him up, and it was proven that he lied. So this is proof right here, y'all, that they will lie over there. People on the left, they will lie and try to, just cause hate towards certain groups. I've never seen a group of white people wearing MAGA hats. I see people, white people with, Confederate flags, shit like that, but it's very rare. You don't see that like all the time. You drive through like Drexel, you might see 1 or 2 houses with a Confederate flag, but it's not as common as they try to make it seem. And then on top of that, like who the fuck do you know that was there? Do you see a bunch of white Trump supporters talking about, yeah, man, we're gonna take down the government? No. Why would they do that shit for that one day and then now they're not doing it now? That's what I'm saying, man. A lot of them white conservative people are very more intelligent than that. They're a lot more systematic. Yeah, they are fighting the system, but they're not fighting it like, yeah, let's go run up in the Capitol. No, like the fuck was that gonna do? What's he gonna do? What? Beat everybody up, kill everybody in the White House, and then take over? Like, what the fuck was that gonna do? Trump, I don't trust Trump a lot. I really don't trust him, man. I like what he did with the Republican Party. I like that he's really got these motherfuckers shaking in their boots, but he could be controlled opposition. So my whole point of making this video was just to say, I couldn't find a video about the Capitol riots. Young Pharaoh, I was going to put it in the fucking description so y'all can watch it. But since I couldn't find a video, I'm just here to tell y'all that it was staged. It was staged. I've seen all the receipts that I need to see and just using my common sense, man. I mean, do you really think a bunch of Trump supporters would actually go do that? Because then where's all that energy now? That's what I'm saying. I know a lot of Trump supporting people and a lot of white conservative people. They're all like, bro, we were never there. Nobody. They're like, bro, I don't know anybody that would even go do nothing like that. So just think about this, y'all. Stop letting the media control your mind. And I will see y'all Monday. Peace.